I'd show it on my OnlyFans.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, today is going to be as random as it gets with these topics. We just gonna ramble.
They're pretty
This
consistent.
is random dancing, and this ain't iCarly. But this is the triple take. I'm Manny.
This friend.
I'm Joseph. I'm a collaborator.
Random dancing bar was crazy.
You never watched iCarly?
Who you asked that?
You're
Seems
old
like you
ass.
don't know what random dancing is.
I'm surprised you brought it up. Hobknocker. Continue. Don't you dare
Hobknocker,
disrespect me.
that's a slur.
Don't you dare disrespect me saying if I watch iCarly.
That's
bro.
a slur.
No, bro, it's not a slur.
That's
What are
a
you talking
slur.
about? No,
That is a
it's
slur.
not.
That
Oh,
is a
it?
slur. That's a
Well, the actual
slur.
meaning
Oh, I
is,
thought it-
yeah.
What?
The
This
actual
man
meaning
might
of
as
it.
well just said the N-word.
Bro, it's not my fault, bro. They put it in iCarly. I thought it was a fun
He
word.
did. I clipped it.
Yeah, we clipped it. We got
Okay,
him.
what? Well,
We got him in 4K.
it's just saying.
Watch your mouth.
Yo, shut up, bro. That part of me rarely comes out in front of these fellas. I'm a nice individual. I promise.
He's not.
Yes, I am.
That's in the unreleased clips that will be released when we gain more traction and don't get in trouble for saying certain things.
What are you talking about?
I guess I should
What
take it
would
down.
I get in trouble for it? I wouldn't get in trouble for it.
Oh, you have it up?
I mean, I made it. I downloaded it. I never deleted it. I'll be
Okay.
honest.
I think
I never
when he's
delete
having-
that. That's
well,
for the archives.
But when he's having a bad day, he just looks at it.
When I'm having a bad day, I look at mine and it makes me laugh every single time.
When I'm having a bad day, I just look down and I'm like, yeah, I feel good.
Yeah, get away from me. Bro.
All right. So
Get away from me.
speaking of sexual references and all this crazy stuff. So
It's
I'm
called
one of the only
self-love.
3 of us. I'm the one who sat through EDP 445's documentary on YouTube. That thing was funny. It was disturbing. It was worse than it was probably more disturbing than any horror movie I've seen in the past 5 years. Just listening to it. I didn't even watch the images of the whole film.
Oh, yeah, you were
I only
to it, right?
listened, but the words that came out of these folks' mouths, EDP, friggin' everybody that they brought in, Gideon, her name's Kayla, which is the one he, apparently the second time he got caught, was the girl that, yeah, it's insane.
Didn't he get caught like 3 times?
He got caught 2 times.
2 times? Okay.
So, for those of you who don't know, EDP 445 was a very early YouTube. He's kind of like an OG YouTube.
Yeah, he's
And
pretty good. Had a pretty good
He's
following.
kind of like one of those pioneers.
YouTuber. Use the word.
Suck my dick.
Okay.
Hey, roll the clip. Roll the clip. Suck my dick.
I feel like a Pokemon. I feel like a Pokemon when you hit him and it says this has no effect. Like
Basically,
that's what I feel.
not effective.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Either way,
Mm.
so a YouTuber that like gained a lot of attraction because of his football videos and apparently his outlandish comedy. Frank knows more about that side than I do because I don't know. I don't know about.
watch him.
I didn't watch him.
But I knew of this going on when it happened. So I was like, like they were talking about how he was before, and then like it's crazy that he got caught doing this. That's like why I know that.
Kicker in the beginning of the documentary, he literally starts off with, "I had a great childhood. I was raised by 2 loving parents. I don't know what went wrong." I don't know what went wrong.
Well, that man needs to be studied, bro. That's probably why they did the documentary.
Joseph's
Like, I
face.
really don't understand like what's wrong with him, bro. Like
No, it's
dang
the
it.
twisted jokes of just like, did they love you too much? Like, come on.
Maybe he just never had accountability. Who knows?
But-
That's worse than being. Sometimes
move
that's
forward
worse
in
than
the
not having
documentary.
parents.
Mm.
And the first part of it is explaining the first time he ever got caught. That he got caught for talking to a 13-year-old very, very inappropriately. Let's use that word. That way we don't go too. I don't want to get as
that's a good
disturbing as that video.
I mean, that's a good way to put it.
Inappropriately, and basically he was set up. It was a setup. He thought he was talking to a 13-year-old, but it wasn't.
That's what I'm saying.
And-
Parasite.
This guy,
Pokemon.
he tried to lie his way out of it because you see the original video.
Bro,
He tried to say
terrible,
that
by the way.
He said like
Terrible way.
the things he said, which
like, bro,
I
what?
won't repeat, is insane.
Nah, everything he says is insane.
That's a Patreon exclusive type of thing. of the things he said. That's part of the DP.
I wouldn't repeat that.
And apparently he got away with it because basically there was I guess the lawyer that he originally had kind of spinned it in a way that he was set up and that they didn't take the correct measurements. And the guy who set him up, which is another YouTuber who does that type of stuff where he catches predators or pedophiles and all that. And he like messed up like with not involving the police first, like giving them evidence and stuff like that. So it was a mistrial and he got away with it.
Yeah, and like now that we're on that, like I understand the good intentions of these people, but when you go about it this way, like I guess we're gonna get into it, is like you kind of just make things worse if you don't do it the proper way. Because at the end of the day, all you're doing is exposing them, creating more hate, and like honestly, like worsening the lives of other people, like not just that person, right? Because now whenever somebody goes after someone like this in a vengeful way, especially on the internet, which like I don't know if you're gonna get into it after, but like after this man got exposed, the way the internet tracked this man down, like I'm talking about, this man went to at that time. This is all I know from when I know about it. This man changed his name, moved to another state, was working at McDonald's, and they tracked him down. And then this was across multiple jobs. The internet tracked him down, called the place of work, and told him what he did every single time. So this man could not hold down a job because they kept firing him because everybody kept following, kept harassing him at the jobs. And like I understand the intentions. Again, I understand the intentions, but this is just not the way to go about it. Because imagine the people that had to work in those places that had to deal with the fact that you're calling this man to do this when literally the justice system said he wasn't guilty. Was he guilty? Of course. But that's why you gotta go through the proper things so that he's able to be put away and actually serve time for the crimes that he committed. So it's like you taking it into your own hands is really just like prideful and egotistical, in my opinion. Because like, what's the point of you doing that if this is what it's gonna lead to? Like, there's no solution here. It's just gonna keep getting worse and worse and escalate. So I don't know. I just think it's dumb. Like you're just doing at this point. It feels like to me that if you have any type of common sense, you're just doing it for views. And then sometimes they frame it. Sometimes they frame it like, oh, the police aren't doing anything. The police aren't doing anything. I'm the one that's like putting these people on blast. But it's just like, yeah, but you don't mention the fact that there's times where they could be put away, or maybe they're under investigation, and you ruin the whole thing because you didn't like talk to the actual police about it. So it's like, okay, cool. Maybe you're doing that part, but you're taking accountability for when you're the reason why they're walking free. I doubt that. I haven't seen somebody do that yet.
And at the same time, you'll have people that'll do that, and they'll be like, "Hey, I'm doing all this work. I'm pointing it out, blah blah blah," but no one's doing anything. And I'm just like, well, the situation's not about you. Why are you drawing all that attention? Or be like, "Hey, I'm being the responsible one to increase your viewership," because at that point, it's a very popular topic. You know, sure, there's probably some sense of like righteous duty or something to expose people of such crimes. But if you're really going to be selfless about it, you would do it the right way.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that kind of just makes sense.
So
because even if they record it, as long as they do it the right way, right?
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
So you're talking about that, right? So now you move literally that whole first chapter, right? Then there's like a little segment of
basically.
there's about like a little segment of him like kind of like now, and then they've moved forward to the second time he got caught, which is by Gideon, another YouTuber who like was a comedy YouTuber, and now he's focused on
these names,
catching pedophiles and predators and stuff like that.
Literally made the whole thing he's doing. The name is based off of EDP. Like it's literally called EDP Watch.
Yeah.
So like, he literally made a whole brand off of it.
So Gideon basically kind of like went undercover essentially.
Yeah.
And apparently like there was a whole Discord of like children that EDP had in a Discord, and he invited Gideon to that Discord. Yeah. And then he sent a DM to one of the girls that was inside the Discord at the time. She was only about 15. And Gideon, you see the testimony from her. You see her account of it, which I'll be honest with you, she made herself look horrible in this. Like, horrible. She said, and I quote, that she was a victim of Gideon, not a victim of EDP. because Gideon used her essentially to talk to EDP so that way they could get him again. But this time, technically, he was talking to a 15-year-old. So they thought, again, taking it upon themselves. You guys, how you guys were talking. And that little testimony, I'll say that for anybody who wants to watch it, if they don't already take it down, because apparently people were saying that they're probably going to take it down. Not like due to the just the way that they present everything and the way that it's spoken.
It's because it's on Netflix, right?
No, it's on YouTube.
No. Oh, it's on YouTube. Never mind, my fault.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Sound like a Netflix documentary, honestly.
Insane work. But then, you get off of that. He gets away again because Gideon obviously messes up, and he gets away because it's the lawyer spins it in a certain way, and it causes a mistrial. Boom, he's free again. I just want to point this out. This is a spoiler for this documentary. This man, EDP. Yeah, it's still there. But they said it's not going to. Yeah, they said it's not going to last long. I agree.
Man, literally watched it yesterday, so.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Well, what did he do? What did EDP do?
The EDP says, the reason I got out the second time is because God's watching me. He literally says that.
This man's an animal, bro.
And then Gideon goes, it literally cuts to Gideon after he says that, and Gideon goes, this man, because I guess they showed him what he said, and Gideon goes, no, this guy's misconstrued, and the devil presents itself in many ways, and this guy is hypnotized into thinking that that's God when that's actually the devil. Crazy how it got to religion, and then it just cuts off. It doesn't even go from that.
Because that's the thing, right? Because another subsect of this, Gideon is going from he's over here because before he used to do I think prank videos and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he let that life go, and then he professes his belief in Christ, and then he kind of fell off again, and he came back, and then now recently actually probably a couple months ago, he kind of went. He was in just give a little bit of background. He was doing one of those other catch a predator things with some other guy, and he ended up crashing out in front of the police. He's like, hey man, you can't do this. He's like, hey, you know who I am, this, that. He went full ego mode, and he went on apologizing, saying hey, I wasn't doing Christ whatever. So you can see him kind of teeter tottering between his faith, I guess. So it's that's why they got to that, because that's what he's on. That's the kind of thing he's on, and I guess that leads him into some kind of self-righteousness right now, but I
forget
with his methods,
but they also put they put the Bible verse. I forgot which Bible verse it was, but they also put the Bible verse in the video. And so you can move over to the last part of it, which to me was the most interesting part of it, because that's the part where they talk to I forget if they talk to some type of law enforcement person, right? And that law enforcement person literally says exactly what you guys said, that these guys do it for clicks and views. They don't do it for the children. They don't do it to protect the community. And he's just he doesn't understand why they can't just work with law enforcement. You're still going to get the views. Bro. You're still going to get the views.
Spider-Man.
But, you can work and do it the correct way. And they literally, that guy who they talk to says that they have literally let more of them escape and get away with it than help the community. Have they helped the community? He said yes, because you obviously are putting their faces out there. You're obviously you're putting them on blast. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, but that just escalates things, in my opinion.
But yeah, that's what he says. He's like, that's an escalation.
Escalation. You don't want that, because that makes everything worse.
Exactly. So, and then the final part of it is they talk to a doctor, a behavioral doctor specialist. I probably said that in the wrong order.
It's okay.
Yo, Joseph.
I was impressed.
Either way,
I
that doctor literally explains his psychological, EDP's psychology, right? From her standpoint, taking into account everything. From the documentary to talking to him to all that stuff. That lady basically just says in a nutshell that he is a sociopath. Yeah. He is she says,
facts.
She literally says he's on the bordering of a psychopath.
Yep.
And that he believes in justification for all this stuff that he says in the documentary that he does. And yeah, the final part of it was probably the best part of the whole thing. that was the most like telling of this story. Besides the other like part of it that was literally just them saying jokes and all that stuff, and then them getting other YouTubers to talk about him. Not to mention this man, they took this man into like a room and they literally gave him a board and he looks like a teacher and he goes, "These are the YouTubers that are a bunch of bitches."
But like he says things.
He has like pictures of them in a slideshow and just goes, "Yeah, this guy." he
says things that people think like, hey, like that's a joke, but he's serious. He says things like people will be like, yo, that's 100% a joke. That would be wild if he actually believes that, but he actually believes it. That's like the boundaries, like the understanding of social constructs in his mind is just like don't matter. Man's living in a social matrix, and he's the chosen
back
one.
of my mind.
For real.
But then he takes, then literally that part stops. Then like later on, he comes out to the YouTubers he actually fucks with, and the first person he names is Andrew Tate.
That made it so much worse, bro.
Then the second person to the right of Andrew Tate is Donald Trump.
His heroes.
He just goes.
His heroes.
And he keeps going. He names like 8. He names like 8 people, including those two.
He's Miss Marvel and they're Captain America and Iron Man.
Honestly, his lawyer is in the first part of this, and he his lawyer literally states the fact that like he disagrees with this whole documentary and he doesn't understand why he's doing it, and he thinks it's a stupid idea. And
when you got 3 years left to live,
I'm not gonna lie, that lawyer's only in it for that part, and I understand why. I do.
Why?
It's this was so stupid. This made the man look worse, in my opinion.
Of course.
It made him look worse. It made the YouTubers who did it look worse. That girl who is in the video that she was talking to EDP that talks in this, she is the last thing she says, and I'll remember this because it's so ingrained in my brain. I'm an opportunist.
I mean,
she says at my age, opportunity doesn't strike that often. So if there's a chance that I'm going to make a little money, then I'm going to take the opportunity. What are we doing?
I ain't gonna lie, and this might be a clip, but it's just the truth. What he did was bad, no doubt about it. But just because someone is a victim of something doesn't mean they're a good person. That's all I'm gonna say. You could be a victim and a bad person. Just take advantage, I should say.
I'll give that lawyer like a handshake because you got to do your due diligence uncovering my ass. I told him not to do this. I'm a decent enough lawyer to be like, you shouldn't do that.
I 100% agree. Like, hey, man, he definitely covered his ass.
I know we're recording. It's not out yet. Don't do it.
He definitely did. But garnering the amount of views that it's gotten makes a ton of sense. He doesn't make any money from this, by the way. I forgot. All proceeds of all funds go to a charity that supports victims of abuse or sexual abuse, or
which is probably why most people that are in this are doing
human trafficking, and that's where all the funds are going to. So,
well, that's good.
That's a good thing. Is that they say that at the end of it. Is that's where all this is going.
Who's actually filming this?
Mike Klum is his name. That's his name. That's where you find the documentary is on his YouTube thing.
That's part of the reason how he got like most of those like other YouTubers to actually do this.
Apparently, that's not the first time he's done something like this. He has like other videos where he does like other people.
Yeah, so most people that do stuff like this, they've been doing it for a while.
Yeah. I do not recommend this to anybody. I do not recommend.
You heard the gist of it here at the Triple Take.
You heard the gist.
That's good enough.
That's great. Watch some clips on TikTok or something, and that's it. That's all you need to do.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, bro. EDP is like the definition of like what society is now on the internet, bro. No cap.
Man, maybe
not 100. Wait, what? Yeah, that
forgot about the AI girlfriend, bro. So, no, Joseph, you love this part. So in like towards the end of it, crazy. He says he has a girlfriend, right? He has a girlfriend, and she comes out. Her name's Marissa, right? And she says why she likes him, all that stuff, and then like literally, I promise you, like 10 minutes later, he broke up with her. And he literally says, and I quote, "She was fucking annoying, and she ain't give me none, so I had to drop her."
Can't be a real person, bro. And then what does he move on to? What is his rebound, Manny?
So his rebound is an AI girlfriend.
And what did he say? What should he say? What did he say?
Which
What did he say?
his motto to other people out there, his advice to other people out there who's thinking about like having relations with underage children, just minors.
First of all, he said don't do it.
He said don't do that. Get yourself an AI girlfriend. Why would you do that when you could just have an AI girlfriend? That's literally what he
saving
said.
children one AI at a time. That's I mean, in my mind, I feel like that's gonna make things worse. But those people need understand social cues and social interactions and understand why some like more, I don't know, morals. Maybe get some God in your life, get some morals in your life.
Okay, so where do we go?
To the next thing.
Away from this topic.
You getting disturbed, Joseph?
No.
Disturbance.
They're just things I can't say out
another
loud.
disturbing topic. David.
David.
Oh, we're gonna talk about David?
I don't know. What were the other two things you said?
I was going to talk about like OnlyFans models trying to get clout by sending out their leaks and stuff like that, and then playing on it. Oh, they got leaked. No, we were going to talk about it after Spider-Man, but we didn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, we could do that too.
That's what I'm saying.
We got a little less than an hour.
Go ahead.
All right. Well,
did Frank at the end?
Either way, if you want to go out and watch that documentary, I don't recommend it. But if you want to, let me know. Let me know. If you do, and
what are
your thoughts on that? Honestly, but Joseph, hold up. Can you push your? Go ahead.
Push my what?
No. Go ahead, and then I'll tell you what to do.
In light of news,
train of thought.
If you're dating an AI, whatever the heck, how's that going for you? I would like to know.
I don't. Just Joseph's conversation.
Am I down that bad?
Got that.
Just can you give me a like this?
Vicariously through AI. Live vicariously through AI.
I hate you so much. Yo, y'all are some loud motherfuckers today. I swear. Whoosh. I hate this so much.
I'm gonna have so many.
Thank you, Joseph.
For no reason.
So another topic I wanted to bring to the table, and this is for celebrities at this point. Let me just call them celebrities or famous people or people who have a viewership. Influencers, whatever you prefer to call them.
Internet, people know them on the internet.
Yes. Let me tell you something. At this point, I'm starting to believe leaks aren't leaks anymore. They're literally advertisements.
Yeah.
It's cold.
Marvel's been doing it for years.
And the type of leaks I'm talking about is not the ones that, like Marvel. You learn about what's going to happen in the next phase. I'm talking about the ones where you literally see ass, tits, getting railed. Like, what are we doing?
Get what?
It's really that big.
Like,
getting real?
So,
railed.
Railed.
Crazy. That's crazy. I did not hear that.
I'm talking about if you guys are into pop culture, because mostly I believe if you're not into pop culture, you're not even gonna know who these people are. But
I'm mad that I know who they are.
TV bank, something like that gets leaked.
Yeah.
It's a dude. It's a rapper, a SoundCloud rapper, in my opinion. But
you can just say YouTube rapper. That's worse at this point.
Yeah, and nobody knows about him. Now everybody knows about him. Why? Because his leaks are on the internet. It went on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. There, and apparently this guy has went from like no following to a following.
Bro, but he had a following before that, bro. I feel like. I mean, I don't know, but I feel like he wasn't like nobody. But like, I guess now he's somebody, which makes no sense to me.
Which makes no sense,
like his
right?
content got better.
And it's not like he comes out with a statement and says something along the lines of like, I can't believe I was taken advantage of like this, like something of that nature, something to like, no, he didn't say a damn thing.
Watch him pour in.
What? Like what? And then, what is it? Like maybe a month later? I'm gonna guess a month or less than a month.
It wasn't a month.
If you guys don't know who the Newman family is, back in the day, There used to be the LeVar family, and then there used to be the Newman family.
Newman was first too. They were first.
Yeah, Newman was first, but they didn't get enough. They didn't get enough traction until the Balls made it more like famous.
They were mostly local, even though they had their own show. They were mostly local.
So the Newman family, their content was mostly family oriented, and how crazy their family was. Just think of the Kardashians, but just less famous. And
Do you mean all of America?
pretty much. So obviously, there's the brother. His name was Julian. He was the most. He was like
He was
the
the main
star.
guy.
He was
It was
a
about
star
him in
'cause-
his basketball career mostly.
Exactly. Then there was his sister. His sister was like pretty good as well.
Oh yeah, I
right?
forgot she played
Then they
basketball.
had the outlandish dad. Same. It was like this is literally polar opposites of the Ball family. But
Polar
either way,
opposites. It's the same thing. It's the same. Besides the sister part, it's the same.
besides the
thing.
sister, that's why I meant like the family dynamic is different. It's completely different.
No, it's not.
So either way, let's get back to the main. Let's keep the main thing.
Sure, okay. Reel it in.
So-
Reel it in.
Less than a month from the Banks guy getting his leak, she gets hers leaked.
Yeah.
No type of, I can't believe my leaks got leaked. I can't believe this. This is a violation of my trust. If you can, like, take it down, not like it, do something. No. Doesn't say a word. And
Well, he said
just
something
feeds into it.
Bruh.
Starts
What'd you say
making
again?
content with other streamers where streamers
yeah.
literally insinuate how she had a leaked tape, and she just laughs about it.
Bro, she goes on a press run, bro.
Eh.
She basically went on a press run about her leaks. Wild. Back then, that
Wild.
would ruin your life. Now I guess it makes it, which is crazy.
Bro, nobody
Well,
knew
to
the Newman
me-
family like disappeared
Bro,
for
'cause
a
they
very
were- They
for a very long
literally
time.
got annihilated by the LeVar family.
exactly. And then they disappeared. You didn't hear nothing about them. And then this happens.
Bro, because
And now everybody can't stop talking about them.
and it's crazy
Be-
because Julian Newman still thinks he can make it in the NBA, right? That's still the thing. He's still trying to do that. You know what? More power to you, bro. Whatever you want to do with your life. But it's just crazy to me that he was the main guy, and then they had to resort to leaking his sister's nudes.
No, sex tape.
Oh, sorry. Well, whatever. Same thing. Same concept. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know that. That was wild. That's even worse. Never mind.
No,
That's not the same thing.
it's
That's worse.
it is insane.
Wait. I just realized something. I really hope they're not behind this, because that means they watched it.
So get this. Get
Wait. Hold on. Wait.
this.
I gotta-
No. Get this.
I gotta process
Get
this.
Get this.
It's not hard to process.
Julian
Wait.
Newman goes on, I don't know, I think it's Adam 22's podcast. If you don't know who
Oh
Adam
my-
22
the
is, I hope
worst
you
type of
don't.
guy.
I hope you don't.
He's what we
The
call
cuck
the
of all cucks.
C-U-C-K. Yeah,
The king of cuck.
man. He's the final boss, brother.
He goes on
Publicly.
there, right? And
Probably
literally says, my sister's tapes are gonna be bigger than Kim Kardashian's.
And that's what I was gonna say. It's the same thing that Kim Kardashian did. Just think about the fact that her mom saw it. Y'all are weird. That's weird. What are you doing? Your sister, bro?
You're promoting
Nah,
your
but like
sister.
obviously this is speculation that he saw, speculation that they're pushing it. But basically what Manny's insinuating is that like, even though it's not like actually said, it definitely is what it seems like, right? Because I don't want to like, I just want to say it's alleged, right? It's not for sure, but if you got a brain, it's like either they're taking advantage of the fact that it happened and they don't care, which is still weird, or they push it out purposefully to take advantage of it, which is weirder. So it's like,
Go ahead, Joseph.
yeah, go ahead. What's your take? What's your take on it, Joseph?
I mean, realistically speaking,
Realistically, okay.
Right. If it was something that wasn't planned and it just happened, however people would like to recover from that type of scenario, at the end of the day, as bad as it's going to sound, exposure is exposure. And that's something that would garner attention either which way. To quote a certain person from high school, sex sales. Unfortunately, that's just the case.
This guy, bro.
And to that degree, like let's say pitching the scenario that, hey, it wasn't planned.
Sure.
At a certain point, you're gonna have to make the best of it because then the internet's the internet. It's not like it's just gonna instantly go away.
Though. That's the problem. I know they're not going to. This makes it worse.
And like I said, it is what it is. And if it was something planned, at the end of the day, just like I just said, sex for some reason is always going to sell. That's just the truth. And to that point, it's how you navigate that. Because you can't just be like a disgusting slob and do that and expect it to pay off. No, if you're decent, average, most people out there are average. That's what you're going to get. From there, you could maneuver however you want. But if you make that your end all be all, it's not like you're really going to go far. You know what I mean?
Like, that's a question about, like, sure, it might sell or like it might get your attention initially, but like you said, it's not good for the long term. Like, because like things like integrity, values, those things last. Doing stuff like this is like, all right, cool. You might be the talk of the town for like a couple days, maybe even a couple months if you get crazy enough. But like, it only leads to you trying to do crazier. Like, I remember this whole thing happened with the pranking. Like, people just kept getting crazier and crazier and crazier and crazier with the pranks. Like, literally disrespecting and abusing people on live video, bro. It's only gonna take you so far. You can only get so much crazier before like you start doing illegal stuff and then start getting arrested. So it's like, and it's the same thing with these OnlyFans models, bro. Like, sure, you got like, because it's public information. At this point, if you don't know this, you're like, or like you believe that they make as much money as they say they make, like you're just dumb. You just want to believe it instead of actually having some critical thinking. So they lie about how much they make. They, like most OnlyFans models, there's one in specific. I forgot her name. People know who it is. Did an interview on Vlad TV. She's a known liar. Lie about how much they make. Make it seem like this extravagant thing that they're doing. Like, hey, I make this much money. This is great. I made like $1 bazillion in like a month. It's just like, okay, bro, that doesn't make any sense. But then it kind of like, what's it called? Inspires some people to do it as well. And then they get hit with the reality, like, hey, and then they get hit with the reality of like, hey, my nudes are online, or I'm portraying myself online doing this stuff, and I got nothing for it. Like they probably would have made more money working at McDonald's than doing what they just did. Because as a business model, realistically, it doesn't make any sense. You have to be like the top 0.001% for you to make a decent amount of money doing OnlyFans. But they make it seem like everybody can do it. It's an easy way to go. Like, boom, boom. It's easy to do it. It's not easy to make money off of it because you're gonna have to live with the fact and realization that you don't got it like that. And that's even worse. That like messes with you psychologically too, especially if you think you did have it like that. Because I'm assuming that's what led you to do it in the first place. Most of the time, like, hey, I'm good looking. Let me do it. Then the internet tells you the opposite. Now you're probably body shaming yourself. Now you got this terrible image of yourself. Now people got this image of you that you're never going to be able to get away from. And then now you have to actually try to get a real job because you can't sustain yourself through this method. And now you're not going to be able to get a job because now you have all this on the internet. Maybe McDonald's, maybe like some entry-level position at like a grocery store, but to get an actual career, you're cooked. It's not worth it. And the longevity is not worth it. It's just not, you don't got it like that. Like, and at the same time, it's like, even if you did, because I've seen interviews of like some OnlyFans models like coming to Christ, and like they talk like they were making real money off of this thing, and it's the same story you hear all the time when people that make a lot of money is like, or like not everybody, but most people that make a lot of money doing like things and like in this particular method of like shallow methods. You get depressed, you hate your life. Like, yeah, you got all these things, but there's no substance to it. So it's like it's just a lose no matter what you do. Eventually, you're gonna get to, even if you do well, you're going to get to this point where like all this shallow machismo or charisma or sexual portrayal is gonna get you to be mentally messed up, or you're gonna get mentally messed up because not only did you do this and you feel shallow and empty, but you're not even making money off of it. So it's either immediately or later. That's where we're at.
Anything else?
No, not sure.
I think he's done. I don't know where he goes from there.
There's always more.
Nah, I'm good.
I think so.
That's enough.
Look,
for now.
I just want to say this. Look, I am not a judgmental person.
Stop doing it.
You know, if you want to do that, hey, more power to you, brother. I hope the long-term effects that will happen. I hope you're okay with that, because one day you got to wake yourself up in the mirror and realize, you know, that's the life you chose. But you know, obviously, no shame. You want to do that? You want to do that? But
imagine
me,
you're a kid and your mom did it, bro.
I better get my PlayStation.
Bro.
Oh yeah, brother. What? I better have my PlayStation. I better have my arcade stick. I better have everything.
Bro, that's not gonna be worth. That's not gonna be worth the jokes at school, bro. That's not gonna be worth.
I'm not stupid. I'm living it. Well, not that.
Yo.
Whoa.
Choice of words is crazy, bro.
Not the internet part, but I am living the struggle.
Yo, imagine being a deadbeat. Imagine a deadbeat OnlyFans model. That's tough. Anyway,
they exist.
I know. I'm just saying that.
Oh no, I know they exist. Just
but like,
about
that's
Lana
not
Rhodes.
Is that
Lana Rhodes?
Okay, I know what Joseph's gonna say. Joseph's not gonna agree with
That's
me.
the first one that comes into my brain.
What's Joseph gonna say?
No, you're gonna be like, I don't care. You're gonna say I don't care. So okay. I'm just gonna ask Manny. Is that really worth going to school and people talking to you about your mom and like seeing your mom naked like every day?
So I'm gonna say this from the sense of I've seen interviews of the children of.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't even know there was those existed. But okay, go ahead.
You would be surprised, and there are some kids that actually want to tell their story of their experience in school.
They're victims. Not the mom of the kids.
Most of them are just like they get a couple of jokes here and there, like constantly. You know what I'm saying? But like, OD, bro. But like they don't really feed into that. I guess you'd be surprised how level-headed most of those kids are.
Okay,
like you would think they'd be on the border of a crash out with how much probably they hear from other people.
I mean, if they grew up like this, I guess it makes sense. But like, me, I mean, not doing that.
Respect to them for being so level-headed and not crashing out.
Okay, what about you though?
Me personally, I'll just say this: I can't live it, so I don't understand it.
No, bro, I'm asking your opinion.
I couldn't tell you.
Would it be worth it? You getting your whatever, all your stuff, and then having to go to school to see that, like in your mind. I know it's
That's
not.
What I'm saying. It's such a crazy scenario that I don't know how to answer it because I'm not in that scenario.
Bro, this guy.
I imagine.
I can't answer it.
I don't know.
He knows the answer, bro.
No, because no, I'm not allowed to say that.
Go ahead, Joseph. I'm going to move on from that. I'm not going to acknowledge it. Just keep talking, Joseph. I'm not going to acknowledge what he just said. Go.
I'm just saying.
That was a Joseph I'm living in moment right there. No.
I would imagine, right? Earlier on, sure, I could imagine that scenario that Frank's pitching. Realistically, if I were in those shoes, Would I care? Not to such an extent. I really wouldn't.
Told you.
Because at the same time, with how the internet is now, especially for a parent to do such a thing, I would imagine they would have the maturity and the self-awareness to be like, I can't really keep this a secret for long, that they should at least do their due diligence to get ahead of it
To
and
talk to
have
the
that
child.
sense of dialogue with their kids.
Why put
'Cause,
them in the position, man?
I feel like that's a fair. I feel like that's a valid point, Joseph. I'm. That's a valid point.
Yeah.
I would hope. You
No,
know?
it is.
I would
And
hope.
if you're deciding to do
Bare
something
minimum.
like that, I think, yeah, like I think that's the bare minimum that your child deserves.
Because then at the same time, I like, taking like any emotional aspect of like kids making fun of you at school aside, realistically speaking, if their parents are living good off of that, right, then the kid's going to be like, yeah, you know how like you're still waiting to get that game? I'm still waiting to see you on it. You know what I mean? The kid will get
Yeah.
generally
Oh
whatever.
yeah. They're.
You know what I
Yes.
mean?
In those. Yes. In those interviews, yes, they come back. Like they say some of the comebacks they have for stupid
See,
people who
It's like when you
who
get
are
on.
gonna talk to them
you
about that
can't
stuff.
say that to me, bro. I'd rather not have anything than be in that position personally.
That's fine. But like, back in the day, people would like ream and make fun of nerds all the time. And now who runs the world? Like it at a
That's
certain
fine.
point, it don't matter.
I promise you, and I promise you, that will not be the case with this.
No, dude, no.
That will
No,
never happen
only-
with this. The
OnlyFans
nerd
models
thing,
will not rule
valid.
the world. AI girlfriends,
Hell
on the
no.
other hand, that will rule the
Hell
world.
no. Hell no.
If
Like-
it puts me through school, no long, I ain't
Like-
complaining.
Like nerds,
I ain't complaining.
nerds actually contribute something to society in terms of like practicality. Engineers, science, doctors.
Yeah, full control of the world. Yeah.
That will
Stimulation,
not happen with OnlyFans models. Or
hypnosis.
any sex workers.
They turn into the
Brainwashing.
princesses. That's what they turn into.
No, they don't. This ain't Princess and the Frog, brother. That's not gonna happen.
What you trying to say about Princess Tiana?
What? I'm just saying, like, there's not gonna be like a magical kiss, like I'm gonna become a princess all of a sudden type of thing.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm trying to say.
No,
And
but
you're not
I'm
gonna go
saying-
from bus worker to princess or whatever the heck. I never seen that movie, but that's like what? Again, 0.00001% chance. You bank on that, you're gonna have a sad life. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Either way, weird, but
Oh,
no
weird that they're
judgment
doing
here.
that. Yeah,
Judgment-free zone from me, personally. You do you.
I'm not judging you. I'm telling you the truth.
That's rank side. I'm just you do you. Just stay out of my way.
No, wait. But speak, she said, "Stay out of my way."
Shout out to
Sure.
Joseph.
But like, real quick though, and then like another aspect of this, right? Like you got people making their own decisions to do this, right? But then, or like even like Julian Newman's sister, I forgot her name.
Jaden.
Oh yeah, Jaden Newman's like leak, right? Then recently, because I also watched my own documentary of this young YouTube star called Piper Raquel, and that documentary was about her mom being crazy. I don't even know if it's still on Netflix. Wild story. Basically, she emotionally and physically abused a group of kids to make a YouTube channel out of them. What'd you say?
Emotional damage.
Yeah, basically. Like she made sexual advances towards the minor boys and made sexual conversations with the young women and the young girls and young boys while also doing sleepovers, making them do sexual things on camera, such as
This
kissing.
is such a fascinating episode.
Like that was that whole documentary, right? Her mom, Piper Raquel's mom, is crazy. People were like speaking out against it, whatever. They refused to say anything. They never got in trouble for it.
Mm.
So
Mm.
that was like a couple years ago. I think I saw that. Like I think she was like 15, something like that. At the time that the documentary came out, but it showed her from a little kid to then. Like she was in pageants, YouTube, group of people. there, okay? As soon as Piper Raquel turned 18, right? Because granted, her mom before was making her wear suggested clothing in the videos to begin with, like bikinis and, well, I don't know about bikinis, but like bathing suits, like shorts and like crop tops, stuff like that. And as soon as she turned 18, guess what her mom told her to do? Become an OnlyFans model, because that's the obvious next step for your 15-year-old daughter to go from pageants to showing provocative things on YouTube to showing everything else on OnlyFans.
I told you there was more to this rant.
As soon as she turned 18, and guess what those weirdo 50, 60-year-old dudes did as soon as she turned 18? Bought that shit. The same thing they did with the Catch Me Outside girl. As soon as she turned 18, they bought that shit. Weirdos, bro. And like what makes it even worse is to the point where this OnlyFans thing, girls are turning into mentors. Because the same girl that I said that people is Batman and Robin apparently. Because the same girl that was caught lying about all her stuff was like, there's like a method, right? You lie about how much you make, and it makes people want to go more into your stuff. It's like a whole marketing scheme, right? And granted, if you're a person that does OnlyFans, you can do whatever you want. Well, no, not does OnlyFans, but buys into OnlyFans. You can do whatever you want, bro. But best believe you ain't talking to them. You're talking to some sweaty, middle-aged guy doing an internship at an OnlyFans studio models thing, and you're talking about how you love their smell and all that crazy stuff. You're talking to a middle-aged man, sweaty man, or basically the farthest vision of whatever you think you're talking to. Rip to you, brother. Anyway, or sister. It's mostly men that do use it. Let's be real, but it's like.
Nah, there's a good chunk of women.
No, bro. I know there's a good amount of women, but you cannot. I don't even need to look at the statistics to know that it's mostly men using that stuff. It's just the truth. It's just the truth, bro. It's my truth. That's what I'm saying. You look it up. It's mostly men, brother. So,
Damn, that search for making my
and then
pants.
Piper Raquel is being mentored by that woman to lie and scheme and finesse to become the top OnlyFans model like her. Like, we got a whole internship apprenticeship system with OnlyFans now.
Okay, so the subscriber gender ratio of male users is 79%. And then the female users would be 21%.
Doubt me again. It's like, it's just the truth.
You said. I'm just making sure that that our audience knows we're being equal. Because there are women on there too.
No, I never said there wasn't. I just said it's mostly men.
We believe in equality.
I don't believe in equality.
No, we know.
I don't believe in equality. I think that's an unrealistic concept.
Oh, wait. Oh, well, it depends on what we're talking about equality. I'm talking about equality among those you can't, I'm not going to let nobody go, man, it's just all these gross men on OnlyFans. Now, there are women out there too.
Oh, you mean being realistic?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because when I think equality, it's like you're saying like everybody can do the same thing and everybody deserves the same thing. In terms
no,
of
I'm talking about blame. I'm talking about blame.
What you do, you should get the same thing. Like that's basically socialism. I'll agree with that. Anyways,
on the next episode of the Triple Take.
Anyways, I'm not getting into that. Ain't no way we're gonna go from OnlyFans to socialism.
The history of the Soviet Union.
Yeah, right. Ain't no way we're gonna go from OnlyFans to socialism in the Soviet Union, right? That's a crazy transition. But
the good times.
Anyway, yeah, that's my take on it. I just think that's crazy that there's like now you're seeing this influx of like women, of like young girls, because I don't see men doing that, honestly. Going from like younger to like 18, like at least not in the public, like not as like in the thing where like, oh, as soon as I turn 18, I'm gonna make an OnlyFans. I don't see that personally, but
there's a shadow in the rainbow. That's all I'll say.
I believe there's a niche subsect shadow, as you might say, but like the forefront of it, from what I'm seeing, is the girls going from 18 only. So it's like, imagine you're in school and you ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? not a doctor, not an astronaut, not an Olympic gold medalist. An OnlyFans
I mean, technically,
model.
you get medals.
Yeah, shut up. Yeah, you're done. You're done. Shut up. I'm done. I'm done for real this time. I'm done for real this time.
I'm just saying. I mean,
I respect it.
I'm just saying. Shoot, but either about to go into the next topic. Frank, give me a little.
Oh, I don't know how to. Oh, I gotta just do it.
All right. So speaking of ass, well, not really ass, but speaking of tits, we're talking about live action Naruto film.
Oh, you're stupid.
And the reason I say why we're
You're
talking
so
about
dumb.
tits is because the internet wants to cast Sydney Sweeney to be Tsunade.
That'll be the worst film on the planet. I'm sorry. I don't know.
So, granted, the director of this Naruto live action film is the director of Spider-Man, Brand New Day.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, so there won't be a Spider-Man 5 for a very long time.
Which kind of makes sense. I mean, they did release the next phase of the Marvel, so we can talk about that too.
So, the internet, the internet, right, has like full force into pushing Sydney Sweeney into the Tsunade role.
I don't.
Of this story. When are we going to learn live action anime films just don't work?
No. When are we going to learn? Just because you may have some look of the part doesn't mean you get the fucking part.
Exactly.
You get nothing.
Like
you get nothing.
I'm sure there's more white blonde women with big chests.
Kate Upton.
That was actually wouldn't be that bad, but I don't know if she's a good actor. It's just the thing is like, yeah, okay, they may look the part, but like, will they be able to portray the character properly? I think she's a very layered character. Even though people only notice one thing.
Can you really play a beautiful 50, 60-year-old woman?
That loves to gamble and drink, but also is very highly well versed in medical knowledge.
Cast me.
And is strong as Crackadoodle.
You're a man.
Hey, nowadays, that's an option.
Have the traumatic experience of not only her little brother and her fiance dying, and she thinks it's because of her. That's a very layered character that I don't think Sydney Sweeney can pull off, bro. I'm sorry. She's just I look pretty. I look pretty. I'm in love. I start the movie. You look at me. I end the movie. Maybe you could say Euphoria. She's just a whore in the movie and in the show. That's all she is, bro. Like there's nothing else. There's nothing else. It's the truth.
It's the truth, though. That's what she is.
That's what she actually. That's literally what her character is. She literally can't stop being a whore. That's her whole dynamic.
No,
and it ruins her friendships and her relationships.
It was just Frank going ham for the third time.
Hey, man.
I told you there was more.
Look.
There's nothing about that.
I'm more focused on take Sydney Sweeney out of the equation. I'm more focused on the fact that like when are we gonna learn that live action anime films they just don't do it. Wait. Do I have to mention Light Turner?
No, that was top 3 worst.
Who's Light Turner? I don't know that guy.
The only thing that's for sure worse than that is Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yeah, Vegeta gets
that's like the absolute worst live action anime rendition of anything that I've seen. I don't know anything that's worse. I'm not gonna hold you.
That's the epitome of trash. That's the number one. That's the final boss.
Orochimaru could be EDP. Some brand.
I mean, there's no black people in Naruto besides in the Hidden Cloud, so that won't make sense.
I just always find it interesting.
Man, I really hope they don't make some random person black in the thing, or like we try to do some like gender like.
Nah, I don't think you can. There's nobody in there that you could literally gender.
But we got Light Turner. You couldn't even make Light Japanese. Like what? They said, you know what? Naked Brothers Band. Like what? What is this?
Then on top of that,
Boy,
we're
this
gonna
ain't
make him.
Philly Odd Parents.
We're
This
gonna
ain't
make
Make a
him the
Wish. Get a
complete opposite of what he is. We're gonna make him stupid. We're gonna make him an idiot.
Bro.
He's not smart.
bro. The girl was smarter than him.
Is smarter than him.
Yeah, Misa was smarter than him. Like literally, that was not nowhere near close what the character is. Like they weren't. Like this is the character. They were like all the way over there.
What a shame that
They were in a galaxy far, far away.
The only redeemable thing about that movie was Ryuk.
Yeah, and guess who it was? The GOAT.
I mean,
Well,
the
I
only
am
thing that was
Defoe.
animated- Huh?
Well, I am Defoe.
But yeah, look. I just want to point this out. I don't
Oh.
expect this film to do good.
Me either.
This is coming off a Brand New Day because this is literally his next movie. He said it full. He's going full force into this.
I respect it.
It could stylistically, like, and depending on the
That
budget,
actually makes
look
a lot
cool.
Of sense now. Oh,
It could look cool.
for sure. I need to see what that Rasengan looks like, bro. I need to see what that Chidori looks like, bro.
I mean, that sounds like, or like whenever you get an anime movie or a cartoon turned into live action, or the same trap with you take a video game, you turn it into a movie. For some reason, trying to transfer one media to another is damn near a nigh impossible struggle. Like the only time that actually works is if it's a whatchamacallit, a comic book, a toy, Transformers, or a book. For some reason, doing that to a video game and stuff is just impossible.
I mean, Transformers is probably like the most transferable through media.
But like, I think it's more due to the fact that they don't hire, or at least
A fan.
use not a fan, the writers from the original like work to at least guide them on how to do it.
But you don't
Like,
even
what-
need that. Like, bro, you don't need a writer from you don't need the writer from Death Note to tell you that Light has to be like supposed to be smart. Anybody with eyes and ears that watch the anime knows that has nowhere near close to what it's supposed to be like.
That was a reminder of cutoff time. And then
But it's just like, so in my mind, I'm just like, bro, like you don't need to. Like the you say it's nigh impossible, but to me, it feels like they're not even trying. Cause like it's the same thing with
Cash
DC.
grab.
It's the same
Cash
thing with
grab.
DC, but yeah, the same thing with DC, bro. It's like, okay, we're just gonna make some prominent actors hop in here. We don't give a crack a doodle about the story, even though like they basically do it for us. The story's already made. We just gotta make it live action. It's like, you know what? We're gonna take some creative liberties and completely change it and make it ass. Yeah. Anyway, so it's just like, like you say, it's nigh impossible, but like the thing that makes it bad isn't the actors. It isn't the what's it called? The action. What are you doing?
his fourth rant.
Oh, it isn't the actors. It isn't the CGI. It isn't the camera work, bro. It's always the story that's trash. It's always the premise of the story and then like the one thing that's good about the thing you're taking it from is the story. So why are you changing it so much?
You need a hug.
Like, bro, who? Because it's like, it makes no sense. It's like when you see Star Wars, you're just like, hey, we're going to make what's it called? The third trilogy this way. Why? You have all of Legends, Star Wars comic books, and this is what you do?
You have Joseph. You have
literally
this
a bazillion Star Wars fans with better ideas than that.
I'm right here.
And that's what you're going to go with? That's what you pay people to do?
Pay me. Shit. Pay me. I don't gotta leak nothing. Just pay me.
Story's already there.
I got Frank. That's like you going to take an exam. You have all the answers right next to you, and yet you still choose to do your own thing. Like, it's right there.
Literally. Literally, bro. Like, what are
All
you
right,
doing?
Miles.
Like, it's not like, and I know they're not dumb. So, from what my understanding is what Manny said, it's just a cash grab. They don't care.
Nah.
But one thing that I low-key peeped after you said it for like the third, fifth time that he's gonna be the director, the Brand New Day director is gonna be the director for this one, is I rewatched Brand New Day yesterday, and when Peter goes to Ned's apartment, you see like the Naruto poster in his
Spoiler.
room. Shut up. No, you see the Naruto
Spoiler.
poster in his room. See the Naruto poster in his room.
It is
I'm assuming that means, based on what you just said, since he's so adamant of him making it in his next movie, I'm assuming he's a Naruto fan. Because that was never mentioned before in any of the Spider-Man that he's a Naruto fan. At least not to my knowledge.
It could be a
Ned
Mets
is a
fan
Naruto
too.
fan. That Ned is a Naruto fan. So
Peter's a Mets fan.
yeah, but that's actually established from the beginning because he's from Queens. That's just like a given, basically.
I don't care. Wasn't in this room the first time.
Obviously, I don't remember. I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Either way. So I'm assuming because he added that little Easter egg in Ned's room, I'm assuming that means he's a Naruto fan. So makes me a little bit more on the up with this movie because he might actually try to make it, do justice with it. But at the same time, especially because like if the director is a fan, there's not much like that. At that point, I'll have to say to Joseph, it's not impossible because if you got a fan directing it and it still can't be good, I don't know. I don't know what to do no more.
Okay, so he is a long-time fan of the franchise. He will be the writer and the director of the film.
Okay.
And he's not
okay. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought
he says it's said that he has spoken how he deeply connects with Naruto Uzumaki's trajectory as an outsider carrying a perceived monster inside, only to realize that's what makes him different, is also his source of power.
Okay, so if that's bad, after me hearing that, then I will agree with Joseph. It's not impossible.
Okay. And
that's all I'm saying.
Now that I read this, I'm getting a little bit more, like I said, this is what you should be doing. He is working closely with the original manga creator to ensure the film stays true to the source material.
So if this is bad, I'm going to say it again. If this is bad, Joseph is right.
I mean, at that point, right, let's talk about Naruto real quick.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Talk about it.
Naruto, excluding Boruto, consists of, including filler, what is it, 792 episodes? Let's just say that.
Including Shippuden?
Mm-hmm. Shippuden's 500 even.
I would think this movie would only go for the Naruto. I don't think we'll get Shippuden.
Finish.
I don't even know how much they're going to fit in this, bro, to be honest.
So,
skip a lot of stuff.
If you're going to transfer the anime / manga into such a medium, which is film, realistically speaking, you're looking at least like 8 movies. So, considering you're taking out filler, right? That's extra space you're not including in this movie or story to tell.
Filler and not anything that's not manga canon unless it's very popular. I'm assuming that's what they're going to go for.
Right.
Easy cuts.
Because then you're going to have to do like all the major like character development moments. At the same time, like, are you truly going to be like focusing on Naruto? Are you ever going to have like those moments where, hey, it's following Sasuke's story that's like, away from Naruto? Like, is that going to be a focus? Like, would that be its own movie? Would that be a whole section of a movie?
That's fair.
Because at that point, you're talking about like hundreds and hundreds of hours of just anime, right? Maybe even a few thousand. To condense that into an 8-movie franchise that would, let's just say, is 8 movies as an example, just to like save for time, you're cutting hundreds, thousands of hours into essentially what would be 24 hours if each movie was 3 hours long. That's a lot to do, and that's a lot of like major time skipping to do, which is doable. Don't get me wrong.
Doable, honestly, like
a lot of Stranger Things timing.
Me understanding how like Naruto is like as a story as a whole, I think it's easily you could easily do it.
I would say
it's
a lot of
doable
timing too, because if this is, we don't know what it is, but if it is starting from the beginning, he's going to be a child, and
that's probably going to be the first like 5 minutes.
Shippuden's like
not even.
So if you take out him being a child, that means you take out the whole Sasuke leaving.
He's
Like-
not gonna do that. Because I low-key realized he left the Easter egg in Brand New Day because it was specifically the first Naruto poster, not Shippuden.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So this
Yeah,
is
but I'm
probably
saying
gonna
in
be
the sense
like
of
Naruto, just in general. Which I assume is probably gonna be Orochimaru as the bad guy. He's gonna obviously. I could see the opening of this film being that you see Naruto on the thing. He comes down. There's the fight between Orochimaru and the third Hokage. That how the whole thing happens, and then they're probably gonna spin it so that way you could get forward to Kabuto.
So you think they're gonna go all the way to tuning exam?
I don't.
mean, nah, you can't do tuning exam
they
and not do
can't
the
leave that
Sasuke versus
out.
Naruto. You can't go to tuning exam and not do Sasuke versus Naruto. You can't.
Unless there's a part 2, then they would have to split that. That whole section itself is in parts. Like it has to.
that's why I said 8 movies. First movie, right? Him, like, you know, getting this stupid headband, cool, dealing with Zabuza. That's his character. That's where he started.
I don't think
Second
they're gonna
movie.
include him. That's. I feel like he's gonna get.
They need to.
They're gonna cut his ass.
No, they need to. It just probably won't be as long.
I say first movie would be going to the academy, getting a headband, dealing with Zabuza. Cool. Second movie, tuning exam. After that, chasing Sasuke, then not working.
You want the second movie to just be the tuning exams?
I mean, it can be.
Like I said, you're condensing hundreds, thousands of hours into 24 hours.
But
Like the way I'm organizing it.
But you also need to include Gaara. You need to include like the Kabuto. Sasuke's whole thing where like he gets the curse mark. That's a lot. I ain't gonna lie, that's a lot. That's like the biggest chunk of Naruto, low key.
Oh no, it's who they're gonna cast.
Oh, I don't know.
I
But let
cannot.
Joseph finish.
If I could.
Wait. Let Joseph finish.
Third movie, the last section of the tuning exam, Hokage dies trying to chase Sasuke, gets Tsunade, ends with trying to chase Sasuke, ends up with Jiraiya. Then from the fourth movie onward, it's the rest of Shippuden. That's how I think it would work, in my opinion.
The rest of
I feel
Shippuden.
like I'm missing something.
What?
No way you could condense 4 movies of Shippuden. The Akatsuki arc, the Ninja War. You can't do that.
The Ninja War, brother. Even though it's 300 plus episodes, it's just 2 days. It's just 2 days. It's just 2 days.
Yeah, they'll have to.
Yeah, but you got to show the beginning.
No. Because the thing is, they'll probably cut out a bunch of the backstory and like condense the backstory. Because most of the Great Ninja War is backstory. Like there's like
You're
what,
gonna
like
cut out
5-6
Minato?
episodes. No, hell no. That's probably like the ones that spend the most time on because it has to do with the main character. But they'll probably cut out a lot of like Hashirama. That whole
How dare
thing.
you? The
They cut out
Best
the
Hokage?
They probably cut out. Yeah, you don't need like the whole 10 episodes of them meeting as a kid. Like there was a whole episode of them meeting as a kid, and then the whole decision with them as a clan. That could be like 5 minutes.
Okay, yeah, I could do that in 5 minutes.
You know what I'm saying? Like they extended
the relationship between him and Madara. I could do that.
Yeah,
I could do that in like 10 minutes.
They don't need to make. They can literally make that a whole like 5-minute thing of them like as they grow up. Like you don't.
But like
You don't
can't,
need like 7
you can't-
episodes for that.
You can't not do the Obito Kakashi Rin
Of
thing.
course.
You can't. You have to do that.
But they'll probably do that in flashbacks. Again,
So
like 5 to
that's-
10 minute flashbacks.
That's
It's not
why I
gonna be-
reiterate the issue with how, again, how many chapters Naruto has.
No,
How
it's
are they
true.
going to structure the movies? Who are they going to focus on? Are they
That's
really
going
going to
to be the most
like,
important thing, right?
you know?
One of the most important things. Because
at the
like a
same
good
time-
example, the best example we have is like One Piece with the TV show. Obviously, One Piece is long. You couldn't do One Piece in movies. It's
Obviously.
not possible. So like the TV show is a good route. I personally think a Naruto TV show would be better, but I understand that that's a lot more budget than just
we call it
than
the
just doing
anime.
a movie. I'm just saying.
Look, well, we'll know more as they cast. When they cast Naruto, we'll know where they're going.
For sure.
So,
I mean,
but
it depends.
look, am I gonna watch it? Yes,
Of course I am.
because guess what?
Same way
I love
Manny went to
Naruto.
watch.
So
Same way Manny went to watch Death Note, even though he knew it was gonna be booty.
well, but I didn't go to see it. I mean, it came out on Netflix, and I was just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh well, opening day.
I mean, and you knew that was a red flag, and you still watched it.
No. Once I heard Light Turner in the trailer, I was like, who the fuck is that?
No, I'm saying as soon as you saw Netflix was doing it, you were like, red flag.
Oh no, big
But-
red flag.
By the way, it's crazy that Manny says that he loves Naruto because y'all don't know the lore, but this man hated it. And I made him watch it, and now he loves it because he knows it's goated. Let's see if we can do the same thing with One Piece. I don't know if that's going to happen. I think that's a little bit tougher obstacle. But he's still yet to watch it.
Either which way, after the collection of topics that this session was,
From EDP to OnlyFans, 4 Frank crash outs, and Naruto live action.
damn near almost a 5th one. You know, at the end of the day, right? Life's all about curvature. You don't know which way you're going. You don't know what you're expecting. At the
Right.
end of the day,
Right.
we're here to have a good time. You know, we let Frank have his rant. We let Manny talk about his nonsense. We let Joseph just experience whatever the fuck this was. It's really what it's about. At the end of the day, I got to do some medical exams, so we're cutting it short per the normal. What more? Any final thoughts?
No, I'm
anyone
good.
else?
I think
Nah. You're spitting, brother. I'm gonna let you keep going.
You're doing perfectly fine.
Don't
I think
fumble
which
now.
I'm not fumbling.
Got
I'm
to be
just,
somewhere. He does what he got to do.
I really damn do. So, without further ado, this has been our takes on some nonsensical topics. You let us know your thoughts. You got some tea to spill it in the comments. Follow us, subscribe, join the Discord, join in chat while we stream. Obviously, after this recording. We're definitely streaming, so.
What are we going to play? I have no idea. But we're gonna
Marvel's Tokon.
That was pretty much a given. So, hi. Well, this has been the Triple Take. I'm Joseph.
I'm Manny.
And I'm Frank. Peace.
Deuces.